Hi everyone, it's week 21 update, and if you can tell by my voice, it didn't improve over the week. Anyway, moving right along, and I'll just show you we've been joined by our number one dog, Richard. So, week 21, week 20, what came of week, well, right, you're gonna have to excuse my voice, it's actually got worse, and I'm lucky I'm not calling an auction. Now, from week 20, I mentioned that I'd be talking about something that was going to come out in the Sydney Morning Herald. I'm going to deal with that first, so that I can move on with my business. What's happened is there was an article came out about Marama Lodge. Now, that was a $7 million sale, nothing to do with Brian McManus real estate, but it did have something to do with the buyer for the Hotel Shirley at Bethungra and Riverina. So he was, it's Greg Walker and Karen Walker. They ended up, I don't know, I've had a lot of people call me about what's happened since with Hotel Shirley, because I sold that to him, and I, like many others, agents and solicitors, got pretty misled by Mr. and Mrs. Walker, and it all came out in the Sydney Morning Herald. So there's an article there Tuesday, and here he was trading it as Hot Mott Proprietary Limited, here being the Bethungra, and dealing with me. With the other agent, I can't remember his name, Rogers, I think, maybe, Marama Lodge, who was trading Herald Proprietary Limited, I think. Don't quote me on that. It's all in the Google it, Sydney Morning Herald. It's all there for you to see, and that was a $7 million deal that went belly up. Basically, and I don't know that they settled on that one either, because although they settled on Bethungra, not all the money was paid. I don't know how he got access to Marama Lodge if he hadn't settled it. That deal I don't know anything about really, other than once it all sort of came out, it sort of linked itself. So the long and the short of it is Marama Lodge is hundreds of thousands of dollars owed. Bethungra, not so much anymore, maybe hundreds. I suppose there's over 500,000, I think, give or take. I don't know. You'd have to look into that, but Bethungra has been advertised as a mortgagee sale. That goes up next week. This week. What am I saying next week for? Thursday, I think. But Google that as well. And talk to that agent about what it is. So, what price expectations are. That was quite a lesson for me, for solicitors, I know in the other deal, same sort of thing, where solicitors were misled, vendors misled, agents misled. Exactly the same scenario what happened at Hotel Shirley. So, yeah. quite disappointing, really. But anyway, you take people at face value. You can do all your searches, which we did, and none of this came up. None of the history came up that the reporter was able to get to. Well, yeah, I learnt stuff in that article. So the long and the short of it is, you can get deceived. That's the first one in a long, long time. But we've changed our practices even after that one, and some people have been paid, but a lot of people haven't. So that's that. The Hotel Shirley done. That's my portion of that. The article talks mainly about Marama Lodge, what they did there, the damages of course, but it was basically the same stuff. But quite sad, because the Hotel Shirley really needs a lot of money spent on it now. It's pretty buggered, I'd have to say. It's the report of an inspection I heard, it's all the wallpaper's gone, so bare walls upstairs, all that $100,000 worth of carpet's gone. The grounds, there's a tree leaning against the building that's hit the building, damaged the roof, spouting. Grounds are buggered. God knows. If I was buying it, yes, a buyers, I get so many calls for the auction. There's no sign on it, but anyway. What would I buy it as a buyer? Because I can comment as a buyer, can't comment as an agent. It's not my listing. I don't know. It's not so much what you pay for it, it's how much you've got to spend now to even get it back to trading. Oh, and it's zoned bed and breakfast, 12 occupants, I think. So I don't know, 300, 250. Sad, isn't it? Big building like that, but boy, once you've got to replace verandas, rear stairs, the kitchen needs to be gutted. There's no chattels. Walls, floors, probably 200, 300,000 carpet. It's up real quick, and there's no market down there. You're in the middle of nowhere. So anyway, good luck to somebody. Let's hope it sells and starts trading. Right, let's move along. That's 8 minutes I'm not going to get back in my life. And my voice, it hasn't improved since last week. Hopefully it improves for the 30th, auction 30th. And let's talk about those two hot little properties. If you're looking at coming in 25, 26, I tell you what, I'm coming back into the market as a buyer. So if I'm doing it, and a friend of mine said, well, what are you doing? I said, mate, it's time. These properties are just awesome. These pubs, love them. You know, it's there's some great little businesses. So we're getting back into ownership. And I just see 25, 26, 27, 28. It's going to be absolutely amazing out there. And in saying that, I suppose I say that because our database of buyers, they're cash buyers. The books have to stack up. And if your books stack up and you're not greedy, sales are happening. And this is at all levels. The 1 million to 5 million, 5 to 10, and 10 to 20 million, all based on your accounts, your written accounts, and if you're taking cash out of the business, bank it so we can see it. Entry level, well, bank your cash. The more cash you bank, the more likelihood a newbie's going to understand your books. Oh, that's something with the entry level stuff under a mil. Remember, these people are new to our industry, so pay yourself a wage and pay some tax. Pay your staff properly, please. Don't pay them cash. Pay them properly, and if they're doing over 10 hours a week, get them on permanent part-time contracts. Pay them super, pay them holiday pay. You're not paying them much. You're not. You really aren't. And boy, you'll retain your staff. And if something I've learnt this financial year is staff retention. If you can retain your staff, it costs so much less. And little things like holiday pay, sick pay, super. It might cost you, let's say it costs you $10,000 a year per person on part-time, permanent part-time contract. So you guarantee them 15 hours and then you pay them an extra rate on the extra 10 hours extra on it, a bit of super and that. It's so much easier retaining staff for 2, 3, 4 years than them turn over every 3 months. So do that. The buyers coming through, if you've been following my videos, you know we had a correction in the market. It dropped about 20-25% around Trump's time. Tariffs had a big impact on us. Also in the regions of drought and the sell-off of the stock. Now that filters through the pubs and the motels. So in saying that, there's an upswing as well. Your Riverina, Inland Rail is absolutely smashing accommodation. It's putting a whole lot of pressure on the housing market, the rental market. So motels, some of them are trading over 100%. Hotels the same in accommodation. So let's just, if you're having a really green patch, that could be a good time to sell. Put everything through. Give us a call. We'll get the appraisal done. Get it on the market. My appraisals are bang on. I'll give you an honest opinion. I'm not going to buy your listing. There were out of 29, I think we did 29 appraisals. 18 made it to the second stage. So 11, I gave them what the market will pay in 30 days, and it was quite a bit different to some of the other appraisals. But as I said to the owners, I'm talking 30 days, I'm not talking 18 months. And I'll just let that sink in. So if we market for 30 days, settle in 30 days, you're out of your business in 60 days, not 18 months waiting for somebody to pay a figure that doesn't make any sense. And another thing you can do, before you call any of us in, talk to your accountant and say, if you were somebody else's accountant and you looked at our books, what would you pay? what do you think it'd be worth? Your accountant will tell you the truth. I'm sure of it. So it'll give you a ballpark figure. Give us a call. We're on the road. We're going to be on the road for the rest of the financial year. We're not sure if we're running 30 June because we've had two pull out, or not pull out of it. They've got an auction in July for financial reasons, and they've been advised by their accountant. And we take that advice. That's not our advice in regards to the benefit of selling this financial year or next. Nothing to do with us. We just offer the system. So we've deferred those to July, and we may well, unless there's some that come through that are desperate to sell 30 June, we may be transferring those to our July auction. So have a wonderful, wonderful week. Week 21, love week 21. I love this last part of the financial year. It's exciting. People get motivated again and listen to what the market's saying. And I think the buyers, we've got buyers registered. They've got specifics they want. They've got specific areas they want to be in. Obviously, they're bound by how much finance they can get. So, yeah, you kind of have to listen to the market, what the buyers say when they come back to us. And we're not making it up. You know, if that's what the buyers are saying, it's what they're saying. You can't change them. They can't get more money. So if you want to sell, it's basically 30 days marketing, 30 days settlement. We just need the contracts, we need the accounts, and we're flying, which is awesome. Give me a call, Brian, 040-297-0217. Brian at brianmcmanus.com. I've been in and out of the area last week, and actually had a couple of days off due to this fever and whatever, but it's coming right, so we're back to 100%. Give us a call, email. If I'm out of the area, I'll get back to you. I clear everything about 8:30 each night, and again in the morning. So we're on the road any time from 6 a.m, certainly up around 4. So we do a lot of admin prior to getting on the road. Love to hear from you. Got lots of buyers registered, and they love being the first in to come in and buy off market. Cheeky bastards. And as I think I said in the last one, I get my marketing all organised, and there's no need to, because the buggers come in and put 10% deposit down and balance in 30 days. But we're here to sell and settle. Sell and settle. Have a wonderful, wonderful week 21. Not too many days to go. Give me a call, 040-297-0217. Thanks very much, and we'll talk to you soon.